Hi, everyone, and welcome to Eagle Forum's Capitol Hill Update. My name is Tabitha Walter, and I'm the Political Director of Eagle Forum.
And I'm Kirsten Hassler, our Executive Director. Today, we are going to give you a brief update on the handful of bills that Eagle Forum scored this week.
Yeah, it certainly was a busy week, and we are so glad it's almost Friday. But later today, the House is expected to pass two immigration bills. We've been tracking these bills for a while now, and today's the day they'll finally make it to the floor. The first bill, H.R. 6, the American Dream and Promise Act, would grant automatic citizenship to 2.9 million individuals who entered the United States as a minor. You may know this as the Unconstitutional Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA. It would also grant citizenship to an additional 320,000 illegal immigrants who fall under temporary protected status. While this is a program that safeguards immigrants whose origin countries are unsafe to return to, these cases should be handled individually, not an automatic amnesty or one-size-fits-all approach. Now, the second bill, H.R. 1537, the Farm Workforce Modernization Act, would grant citizenship to over 1 million agriculture workers and their relatives. It would also replace the current worker program with one where immigrants can work a certain number of hours to obtain a green card. That's not a program based on merit or skill. It's simply indentured servitude. There is a crisis at the border, and these bills do absolutely nothing to alleviate the burden on our border patrol.
What a mess. Yeah. Just a couple more things here to bring you some more bad news. Yesterday, the House passed two more bills aimed at helping advance women's rights, but in actuality, they did nothing of the sort. HJ Res 17 is a resolution removing the ratification deadline from the Equal Rights Amendment, and it passed by a vote of 222 to 204, with only 4 Republicans voting with Democrats. As you will recall, the ERA creates a sex-neutral society that fails to recognize the differences between the sexes and will do away with many women-only protections. The second bill was the Violence Against Women Act, and it passed by a vote of 244 to 172, with 29 Republicans joining Democrats. There is the inclusion of sexual orientation and gender identity language into VAWA, and it has been interpreted to allow biological males to enter areas that should be safe spaces for women in very vulnerable situations, like in prisons and domestic violence shelters. How can our legislators really not find it ironic that a bill entitled the Violence Against Women Act allows men identifying as women into women's only spaces? I have no idea.
Yeah,
Eagle Forum has opposed VAWA since its inception because it has been a vehicle used to fund liberal, anti-men, and anti-family programs that have really been ineffective at stopping violence or helping women in crisis. The inclusion of the SOGI agenda really just highlight the bill's true anti-women agenda.
Exactly. Now, as we close, we want to remind you to please sign up for our legislative alerts at eagleforum.org. If you have any questions about today's report, please post them below. We will also include the roll call links so you can see how your representative voted on ERA and VAWA this week. We'll be back here next week at 2 p.m. Eastern. So see you then.